Have you ever sat quietly in a room full of your own family and still felt invisible, like your words don't carry weight anymore, like your presence is being tolerated, not appreciated? If you have felt that sting of being spoken over, dismissed, or even ignored by our own children or grandchildren, you are not alone. It's one of the most painful realities many people face after 60. And I know it hurts. But what if I told you that getting angry isn't the answer? What if there's a better way to earn back the respect you truly deserve? See, there comes a time in life when the roles within the family quietly shift. The same people who once turned to you for everything, advice, support, comfort, now seem too busy, too distracted, or too dismissive. They may not mean to be cruel, but their behavior stings just the same. And in those moments, it's easy to let frustration take over, to raise your voice, to demand recognition. But that path usually leads to more distance, not closeness. So, what do you do when your own family disrespects you? You take back your power, but not with anger. You do it with calm, quiet strength. You do it by changing your energy, your actions, and your mindset in a way that reminds everyone around you, without a single word, that you are worthy of respect. Let me tell you something important. Respect isn't something you beg for, it's something you radiate, and that starts from within. When you walk through your own home carrying disappointment like a heavy coat, people feel that energy. But when you shift into a place of quiet confidence and peace, people notice that too. They may not even realize why, but something changes in how they respond to you. One of the first things to understand is this: respect begins when you stop trying to prove yourself. You have already lived decades filled with lessons, hardships, wisdom, and triumphs. You don't need to constantly explain or defend your choices. When family members talk down to you or act like you don't get it, the instinct might be to jump in and correct them. But sometimes the most powerful response is to listen, smile gently, and choose your words carefully if you respond at all. There's strength in silence. There's dignity in choosing not to engage in every argument. You see, people notice when someone is unbothered by disrespect. They may not say it aloud, but deep down, it makes them rethink their own behavior. You show them that their words cannot shake you. But quiet strength doesn't mean becoming invisible. Far from it. It means becoming more intentional about how you show up. And one of the best ways to shift how your family sees you is to focus on yourself. Not in a selfish way, but in a way that says, I still have a life and it matters. Start doing the things you love again. Take a class, join a group, pick up a hobby that excites you, go for walks, volunteer, learn something new. When your family sees you full of energy, engaging with life, they begin to see you differently. They see someone who is alive, not someone who is waiting around to be included or pitied. You stop being just grandma or dad or someone in the background. You become someone with stories to tell, experiences to share, and a schedule that doesn't revolve around waiting for phone calls or visits. Now, here's where it gets real. Sometimes the disrespect doesn't come from words, but from being taken for granted. Maybe you're always the one cleaning up, babysitting, or giving money, and somewhere along the way, gratitude fades. You are expected to do these things. You are no longer thanked. In that moment, you have every right to set new boundaries, not in anger, but with love. You might say, I have enjoyed helping, but I also need time for myself now. Or, I'll help out, but only when I am asked politely and appreciated. The key here is not to demand respect, but to model it through your actions. People learn how to treat you based on what you accept. If you keep giving and giving, even when it drains you, they will take. Not because they are bad people, but because you have made it easy. The moment you start valuing your time, your energy, and your peace, others begin to do the same. It's not about revenge. It's not about guilt tripping them. It's about showing them through your example how a self respecting person lives. And let's talk about presence. Not just being in the room, but how you enter a room. When you walk in with your head held high, wearing clothes that make you feel good, speaking with calm assurance. Even if you don't say much, your energy, that's something even the most dispensive family member will notice. And if they pretend not to, your confidence doesn't have to be loud, it just has to be real. So if your family has been disrespectful, don't let it eat away at your spirit. Don't lash out or withdraw completely. Instead, begin with small changes that send a clear message. I am still valuable. I still have a voice. And I am not to be overlooked. Because the truth is, respect that's earned by living fully and unapologetically is respect that lasts. Now, once you have started to reclaim your space by valuing your own time, setting quiet boundaries, and showing up with calm confidence, something powerful begins to shift. It might not be overnight, but people will start noticing without you needing to say a word. And that's where the real change begins. But here's the thing, respect doesn't just come from what others see you do, it comes. Next step is to stop waiting for validation from people who may not know how to give it. That includes family. Sometimes the people closest to us are the slowest to see our worth, especially if they have gotten used to seeing us as someone who's always just there, convenient, predictable, and always available. But you are more than that. And when you start treating yourself that way, your body, your mind, your schedule, others follow suit. Take a look at how you spend your days. Are you constantly waiting for someone to visit or call, filling your time with other people's needs? It's time to carve out space for yourself, even if it's something as simple as having your morning tea on the balcony while listening to music, or taking time to journal your thoughts, or reading something that stirs your spirit. That inner world you nurture, it shows on the outside. Now, let's talk about how you speak, not just what you say, but how you say it. After 60, you have earned the right to speak with calm authority. But sometimes, when we feel ignored, we start sounding bitter or resentful without meaning to. And that tone pushes people further away. Try soft strength instead. Speak from your values, not your wounds. Instead of saying, "You never listen to me," try saying, "I have lived long enough to see the patterns, and I'm sharing this because I care." Instead of snapping back when dismissed, pause, breathe, and say, "I have something worth hearing. I'll wait until you are ready to listen." These small shifts in how you communicate can quietly but powerfully reset the dynamics in your family. They may not respond immediately, but over time, they'll notice that you are not the same person who would silently absorb the hurt or explode from it. You have become someone who carries dignity in every sentence, and that makes people take notice. Another powerful shift: stop trying to fix everything. It's natural, especially for parents and grandparents, to want to step in, help, solve, or support. But often, in doing so, we end up enabling behavior that lacks appreciation. Step back sometimes. Let them figure things out. Your distance might be the very thing that teaches them to value your presence. And when they do come to you, listen without rushing to solve. Offer wisdom, not control. People respect those who trust them enough to figure life out, and who are there with open arms, not pointed fingers. One last thing: choose joy. Yes, even when it's hard, especially when it's hard. Find reasons to laugh. Watch a funny show. Go for a walk where the sun touches your skin. Call up an old friend just to reminisce. The more you joy create in your life, the more magnetic you become. People are drawn to those who glow from the inside, and your joy will remind your family that you are not just surviving, you are living. And that's how you earn back respect, not through force, but through grace. Not by demanding attention, but by becoming impossible to overlook. You are not less valuable just because you are less visible. So, choose to be visible to yourself. Speak kindly to yourself. Celebrate yourself. Give yourself the respect you have always given others so freely. That's where it starts. That's where the healing begins. And don't be afraid to create new connections either. Sometimes the respect and appreciation we crave doesn't come from family, it comes from community, from a neighbor, a fellow volunteer, a friend made later in life. Keep your heart open. There is still love ahead, still joy, and still purpose. Now more than ever, the world needs your wisdom, your calm, your perspective. So don't shrink, don't dim your light. Keep showing up with grace, with courage, with that unmistakable dignity that can only come with age and experience. Here's to living boldly, peacefully, and with deep self respect at any age. See you in the next video.